Oh, hello. Actually, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Knowledge Guy. I'm a 12-year-old that gives knowledge on whatever I'm interested. So, right, let's get on. So, our topic today is orbit. So, what is orbit? Okay, that's quite big. Okay, so orbit is where something like mass, like, okay, you know what, instead of typing, let's just go to, oh, all right, what is orbit? Orbit is where a bigger mass gets pulled, a smaller mass gets pulled into one's bigger mass curvature, and it orbits. So it goes something like this. For example, you have a little planet. This thing is the same size as Earth. So let's call it Terra. And this dude has a lot of mass, so that means it's gravitational, so it bends space-time a lot, like this. And when something enters the so enters its stuff, it gets pulled into it. For example, oh my god, bro. Something like the moon. This guy has low mass, so that means its gravitational pull is very very weak, and it gets orbit. It falls into it, nearly misses it, and orbits back. So that's an orbit. An orbit is where something revolves around mass. The reason is when the reason is, of course, space-time gets curved, and if someone gets into that, they will orbit it. For example, you have a really big hollow hole, and then in the center of it is a heavy ball. The heavy ball is a big mass, and the big mass affects space-time curvature, which makes this. And then you roll a ball, a much smaller ball, and when it does, it rolls and rolls and rolls and rolls around. So that's orbit. The reason orbits happen is that when something enters gravitational pull, it gets pulled into it. And then, like, it nearly misses it just nearly, and I mean it nearly hits it, and that's the it's also this also happens because of Newton's universal gravitational law, which is F equals mass 1. This is probably times or multiplied by mass 2, and then you divide it by distance or radius, or probably both. So what happens? Is that the bigger the mass, the bigger the mass, the bigger the pull. That's why distance exists. Bigger mass, bigger pull. But if they're at a smaller distance, because distance squared is a lot. For example, you have this planet and this planet. See where this is going? They are very far. So as distance grows, the force weakens. So D2 turns to bigger distance. So yeah, and it also happens like a curve, for example. Is that like velocity or something? For example, you have the sun and you have the earth, and the reason it goes around is because of its gravitational pull, and then it goes there, but at the same time it gets pulled to its gravitational field, and then it loops. So yes, that is basically all for orbit. Orbit is really not that hard. It just asks how does this mass goes a circle, how does this mass orbit around this thing's mass. So yeah, that's basically all for orbit. If you want more knowledge, subscribe and probably give a like. Um, yeah, that's all for orbit. And probably next, I'm gonna, I'm gonna talk about Pythagorean theorem. It's also really easy if you know if you know what that means. And yeah, that's all. Goodbye. I am knowledge guy, and see you in my next knowledge. Woohoo!